So we're looking at the expat with collaboration with Esee, Medellin, I believe is how you pronounce it, folder. Picked this up right away. This is the first production run as soon as it was available. And I want to ask the question, where's the value in this design, its performance, its materials, to its price point? So we're going to run in a lot of competitive options today, discuss the pros and cons of this folder on whether or not this is going to be a valuable option for your EDC or outdoor system when you're looking for that frame lock folder. So let's go ahead, jump to it, and see what this knife has to offer. Back at the compound, rocking one of the best for price to value coffee mugs, brewed a new cup of coffee for the video here in this little Ozark 10-ounce tumbler. Love those things. $6. Can't beat that, guys, for compared to all the other Yetis and, you know, just all that other stuff. Hydro Flasks. I'm gonna take one more swig here. Nothing can quite compete for the value. So okay, here we are again with this guy. And please understand me, I love Esee. I mean, I freaking love Esee. If you think I am an Esee hater, that is far from it. Go watch many of my videos. The Esee 6 is still my most recommended one and done, you know, midweight survival knife. This is a totally tricked out version from the Knife Connection with their G10 handles and custom sheath and all that. Freaking love this knife. Esee Hungless 2. I mean, yeah, just I love my Esees. Okay, so understand me when I say that. I'm kind of, it's hard for me to do this video. I want to say this is a screaming knife and I love it. I want to say that, but it's hard for me to do so for some of the reasons that we are looking at today. So I'll hit all the good stuff first, and then we'll get to kind of the nitty gritty and some of the hangups that I have with this overall design. So this is directly derived in kind of its lines from the Esee 3. I do not have an Esee 3 here. I will show you my Izula 2. There we go. I still have in the collection. No, don't really use it anymore, but do have it for videos just like this, just so you can kind of see. This is, again, the Izula 2 when we put the edges up next to each other. So, you know, this is a good size folder here in this pocket knife. Now, the great thing is the shape. I mean, the profile, the shape is amazing. I love it. FFG, full flat grind, large leaf-shaped blade. Totally dig that. Great relief edge, huge belly right here. Totally dig that a lot. This blackened version does have a rounded spine. It doesn't have a sharpened spine. Maybe the uncoated version that is out there, that may not be the case. Otherwise, you could easily, you know, just file that down or just put it up against a belt sander for, you know, 10 seconds. You can get that. And then the handle profile, I mean, just super simple, classic profile here, folks, is what we're looking at. Really large handle, so it's going to fill out my hand, and I wear large size gloves really well. Totally dig that. I mean, I got tons of room to spare there. Really like that. No hot spots. Good jimping right there. You know, not super aggressive and painful. Super natural lines. No craziness to talk about. Huge lanyard hole here. Deep ride pocket clip. Love that. Loop over pocket clip. Really done well. Even recessed the screws in there so that they don't like stick out. Some that we will talk about in a moment here, but some cheaper knives out there, you know, they're not recessed, so that can kind of be a problem with loop overs and they don't go quite all the way to the end. This one does without any sort of issue. Tip up, tip down, right only. So lefties, sorry, out of luck, because one side is that stainless steel with the frame lock, the other side is G10 with these nice standoffs. Good texturing here on the G10 without a liner, making this guy come in at 4.1 ounces. So for the size of knife, that's actually a really good weight. Nice and slim as well. The handle thickness is actually really thin, and depending on where you're going to use this, EDC, no problem. If you're thinking that this is going to be like a really good woods folder, I would do a double take on that, because this is 0.37 on the thickness. That is probably one of the thinnest knives I have, which is really great, again, for EDC, ultra slim in the pocket, but that is really narrow for long, extended cutting tasks. Long handle as well, 4.8 inches overall handle length. And then we are looking again at that AUS 8 steel made in Taiwan. This is the first production run. Now, I did pick this up over at Blade HQ. and I will have links in the description below over to Amazon and Blade HQ. When you guys use those hyperlinks, helps me get out there, purchase gear just like this, and all the other knives that you're going to see today, I will have hyperlinks as well. So when you guys use those hyperlinks, I can do videos just like this, give you comprehensive feedback, and point you in the right direction, whether or not this knife or other knives that we're going to look at today are the right purchase for you. So thank you guys for supporting the channel with those hyperlinks. And so this came in at $55 again over at Blade HQ. And for Esee Taiwan made knife, $55 is definitely on the steep end of blades in this design. And really for me, there are just so many other options for less money that are going to give me better steel and some better features with the locking mechanism that we're going to look at today. That makes me really hard to, it makes it really hard for me to purchase this when there's so much other good stuff for less money on the market. So we will be running in other blades, but I wanted to look purely at frame locks first. And so frame locks, you know, nice and strong, totally dig that. And this is no exception to that. Nice bronze bushings in there, good thumb stud on either side. I mean, the deployment is great in that regard. Nice and smooth, really like that a lot. And then again, that frame lock just hitting really nicely on the blade. No wobble left or right, so super solid. The problem I have is, if you can see here in the light, there's almost no lip to catch onto. The G10 is almost flush with that frame lock. And with that, in junction with how thin the handle is and the sharp edge, I mean, it is machined, but it's thinner, I guess. It's thinner, so it's sharper on your hand. It is really difficult, really difficult to do this one-handed without using your fingernails. There you go. I'm like bearing down, and you know, it's digging into my flesh to try and do that. It's much easier to try and use my fingernail and rotate it that way to close this. I had the same problem with some of Esee's other folders that they have made in frame locks. Just to give you some comparison, here is a Rookie, I believe is how you pronounce it. Just got this. I mean, just mind-blowing. This is the P801, $35 over at Blade HQ or Amazon. You can see here, this frame lock is much larger in its ability to be engaged. It's got some ribbing on there, nice and thick, great, strong. It's a little bit thicker, very easy for me to disengage. No pain, no issues. I can easily do that all day long. It's not biting into my finger, easily done. So that was one aspect right there. Same here with a real steel Gerfalcon. This is the H5. This guy's going to run about $45 over on Amazon or Blade HQ. Frame lock again. And same thing. You know, I mean, this thing is solid. It's hitting right there. But you can see, again, nice, good lip right there. A little bit of jimping on it so I can easily grab it, disengage, and it's not going to thrash my finger. I could definitely do it with like gloves on, that type of thing. That is next to impossible with gloves on with this Esee. So that's definitely, you know, a sticking point for me. That's tricky. None of my other frame locks have such an issue as I have with this when it comes to disengaging it. The second thing is going to be blade steel, and that's where I'm also going to run in some other knives to, you know, price to value, because that's the thing, guys. For Esee 8, and I've made a couple videos now on this. Esee 8's a great steel. The profile at 3 inches, full flat grind, everything. I mean, this is a great working blade. It's going to be super easy for you to tune up in the field. It's semi-rust resistant. You know, it's not like fully rust resistant, but it's okay. Better than 1095 and most of the other, you know, Esee knives that are out there. In comparison to what else is on the market for $55 or less, it's really steep, and you're going to get better edge retention, better longevity of the edge on every other knife that I'm about to show you, and every single knife here is less money than this Esee. But Sandvik steel, that's a huge thing. We're looking at 14C 28N. Great steel, awesome, awesome steel. You're going to get that on both of these knives. You can see right there. FFG on this one, and we're looking at almost FFG on this guy. This guy's a very slight recurve, nice clip point there. A little bit shorter blades. These are both going to be about 3 1/4. This again is a 3.5 inch cutting edge. But when it comes to the majority of your tasks that you're going to do, these blades will perform just the same as this guy will. And again, coming in at way cheaper prices depending on what we're looking at. $45 for the Gerfalcon here, and we're looking at $35 on the Rookie. And you guys probably knew I was going to do it. Boom. Ontario Rat Model 1 with D2 steel coming in at $40. D2 steel, significantly better edge retention than what you're going to be getting on AUS 8. I mean, I'm talking like literally double. You're going to get probably double the passes through cardboard, through cordage, before you're going to need to tune this thing up. And the D2 on this particular model is easy for me to work with. I haven't had any issues. We're going to full flat grind. Similar handle. It is definitely heavier at about 5 ounces. It is not a frame lock. You know, it's that liner lock for, you know, folder. You know, yeah, frame locks are definitely a little bit stronger, but 4-way directional pocket clip. Bronze bushings, just like this guy, so you know it's going to swing open. I do like the just profile of the Esee more. Like if we're just talking about like on a photo shoot, you know, you're running in your Instagram photos. Yes, I like the Esee a little bit more, and you are going to get a little bit closer to the blade on the handle. So that is something nice. You know, you're a little bit closer than you're like an inch away here with that huge ricasso. So those are things, you know, that I like. But I mean, again, $40. The AUS 8 version, that's like the same steel as this, is like 25, maybe 30 bucks. So again, I'm just not seeing the value to performance in this Esee. And sadly, there's just nothing like a dog pile. I mean, steel wheel knives, you know, we got the Modus D2 steel. Great EDC knife, $40 to $42. Cut jack, same thing, D2 steel, $40 to $42. All, you know, Chinese made, Taiwanese made, I believe Taiwanese made here. Boker, Auto, Kalashnikov 74, AUS 8 steel, plunge lock, you know, assisted, aluminum handles, deep ride pocket clip, all that. I think I got this on sale for like 30 bucks at Blade HQ, and normal I think is like 40. And that's with a spring. You know, there's more moving parts and different things to work with this guy than there would be with the Esee. So I'm just rolling in. Again, guys, I love Esee knives. So as we've seen, I just don't see value to performance, to the materials that they chose on this design. It's simple. I mean, if we just either had it at a lower price point with the AUS 8, or for about this price point, D2 or Sandvik, and a little bit higher G10 right here, better lip to remove the liner or frame lock, and we got a great looking knife. But for what it is right now, I just don't see value to performance. So I hope this video has helped you guys out decide whether or not this is the right folder to throw in your next EDC purchase or outdoor folder purchase or not. Thank you so much for coming over here today and checking out the channel. Please subscribe, comment, like, share this video. I'll answer any questions that you guys have in the comments below. If you're a regular subscriber of Gideon's Tactical, thank you so much. You guys are awesome. If you're new to the channel, I invite you to subscribe and become part of the GT family. We're throwing up videos just like this every single week, and ask you to become part of the regular YouTube experience here with us at Gideon's Tactical. And finally, always remember, stay equipped, stay prepared, and we'll see you out there.